Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is your Ralf Rangnick press conference reaction to ahead of the Brentford game, which will be a very difficult game tomorrow, but like I said, hopefully we can get the win. So without further ado, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and let's get into it. Official every word of Ralf Rangnick's press conference. So the first question he was asked: good morning, Ralf. When you're looking to build winning momentum, is it difficult to do it on the pitch by playing 3 games in the week, or could you rather have it on the training ground? Can you do it by playing games? He said yes. Bit of a weird question actually, the first one, but he said yes. Obviously we also could before the league game against Aston Villa. For me, if I compare our 2 games in the FA Cup and the league, I think we did a lot better in the league at Villa Park. The performance in the first 70 minutes was really good. Don't know about that one. I don't know about the first 70 minutes, first half maybe. After that, not really. He said, I liked our movements, I liked our game in possession off the ball, the structure of the game, the way we pressed. Either it was the first line or the second line. Even when we had to defend in our own box the first 70 minutes, we did that well. And that is what is, for me, the most important thing. We have to build on that, show similar performance tomorrow at Brentford, but not only for 70 minutes, for 90, 95, 97, 98 minutes. So you're basically saying the whole game. However long the game takes. Yes, we had yesterday and the day before yesterday 2 training sessions. We will have the final training session now in an hour's time, and then yes, as I say, we have shown similar performance and a similar level that we showed against Villa the whole game tomorrow. So basically he said he's happy for what he's seen against Villa, except he just wants it for the whole game now. Like I said, for the 70 minutes part, don't know about that one, Ralf, but for the first half I think definitely a lot better from United, but talk is cheap, actions speak louder than words. So let's do it against Brentford for 90 minutes and then we can talk. He was then asked, Manchester United have not been to Brentford since 1947, which is a very long time. I think it shows the job that Thomas Frank has done to get a small club into the Premier League. What do you think of that job, and how dangerous you think are they in their own stadium? That's like why are you asking about that guy's job? Just asking about how does he feel about Brentford, Ralf said, yes, I think they have some good results at home against top teams. It will not be an easy game. Nobody will expect this to be an easy game, but the same was true before we played Aston Villa at Villa Park. We showed that we're up to that kind of standard and level, and as I said, we should have taken those 3 points. I think at the end we ran a little bit out of steam. The last 20 minutes, that's on you, Ralf. That was on you. Why you didn't make that substitution, only God knows. But in the first 70 minutes, I was really pleased with the game. Then he was asked about the team news. Will Marcus Rashford, Cristiano Ronaldo be available for tomorrow? And also we saw a picture of Paul Pogba in training. Are we expecting him back later, or so will he come back sooner than you expected? Because obviously Ralf did say last time Pogba was going to be out for 5 weeks, and all of a sudden we see him in a picture that Ronaldo posted saying that Pogba's there and he's training. So again, is that another lie from Ralf? I don't know. But he then said, yeah, Cristiano and Marcus were training yesterday, so I suppose they will also train today. But in the press conference for the Villa game, I was also convinced Cristiano would be available, and he wasn't. So like I say, we have to wait for the training session today in an hour's time. Right now, I think they could both be available. Paul Pogba had his first day of training with the whole group yesterday, and in the first training session he showed what kind of an extraordinary player he could be. He will not be available for the 2 games this week, but hopefully after the international break, when we have a cup game against Middlesbrough and the away game against Burnley, I think he could be an option. So that is good to hear, because I don't know about you guys and how you guys feel about Paul Pogba, but for me, everyone who knows, has been watching this channel, we need Paul Pogba back, because our midfield is dire, and no matter what anybody says about Paul Pogba, he's a really good midfielder. So desperately want to see Paul Pogba back, and obviously he's one of my favorite players at United, so I really do want Paul Pogba back. And then he was asked about the inevitable question. I just want to be asked about Anthony Martial. What you said after the match against Villa caused some headlines, and he posted on Instagram saying he would never not play for United if called upon. So what is the situation with him, and does he have a future under you as Manchester United? Excellent question. And then Ralf said, I'm here now for 6 weeks. All the things that need to be said, I said after in the press conference. I had a conversation with him on Sunday, and also a conversation about what happened and how I saw the whole situation. The matter is now resolved. What does that mean though? He didn't train yesterday and the day before yesterday. He will probably not train today, and after training I'll then take the decision if he is nominated or not. Let's see what will happen. That's so weird, because I swear I seen Martial leaving Carrington. So what's he doing then? I don't know about this one, Ralf. I don't know about this one. If you just gonna throw Marshall on the bus, just be like, you know what, I'm not gonna use him. It's just end of story, you know. This is very, very weird behavior. So, and obviously, like I said, I'm a big fan of Anthony Martial. You know, from what his wife says, from what Martial says, it's not that he's not fit. It's not that he can't train. He's 100%. I don't know what's going on at this club. Don't believe anything that comes out of this club. That's what I can tell you. And then he was asked about, I believe this. No, not the last question. He was then asked about Anthony Ilanga. Why did you select him? What do you see in him? What does he bring? What is his personality like? It's a nice question, nothing too serious, but he said he's a young player, he's got enough pace, he has enough focus in the game. For the very first training session, the day before the Palace game, he just showed me he was showing up in training sessions, and yeah, that was the reason why I decided to play him at Villa Park. I think he did well, he showed me exactly what I expected him to deliver in that game. He's a very polite boy, I would expect that. He's doing the right things, he listens to what he should do, and he's trying to put a lot of effort into his performances. I was pleased with his performance for the 75 minutes he played. And I know lots of people are a bit mixed about Anthony Lang, but like I said, personally, he's a young lad. You know, you really can't expect too much just yet. But I really like Ilanga as well. You know, I do like Ilanga. I do like our youth players a lot. Will they ever live up to be United players? The reality of that is that no, most of them probably will not be a United level player. What should be a United level player, because you know, evidently Scott McTominay and Fred is the new level. And if you need to be that level, might as well put me in the damn midfield. You know, so it is what it is. And then he was asked again about Cristiano Ronaldo. He was honoured at the FIFA Awards last night. When you have a player of such exceptional talent, do you have to build a team around that one player, or is it the player that has to find a way to work in your system? Good question. Short answer, you build it around Ronaldo. That's what you should do. Ralf says one does not exclude the other. Of course, what he has done in his career so far is amazing. I mean, 800 goals in competitive games. Nobody has achieved that before in the last, 80 to 100 years. This shows what kind of player he is. He's a kind of exceptional player he is. He was not available in the last 2 games against Villa. He trained again for the first time yesterday. He'll probably train again today. We'll have to see if it's an option for Brentford. But even with an outstanding Cristiano Ronaldo, we're talking about a team sport, one of the most competitive leagues in the world, the most competitive league in the world. And he cannot do things on his own. We can only improve and get better as a team. He is one important member of this team, and this is how we have to develop it. So it's basically saying, it's still about the team. I've seen more Premier League games postponed this weekend. Can I get your views on that? Do you feel the rule about those postponements and getting abused? Do you feel that those rules are getting abused by some clubs? He says, I can only speak about our club. We had problems 4 weeks ago. Now we don't have issues. Players are available. We didn't have any COVID cases. Blah, 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 blah. Not really interested in that question, to be honest. The last question he was then asked was, it's obviously really positive news about Pogba. What do you think of him, and what's his best position? And also, can I ask, are there any clubs closer to extending his contract? Good question. Now, Ralph's answer, well, he said, I don't know. I cannot answer the second part of your question because it's not me dealing with this. Instant red flag. I'm not negotiating about future contracts of players, but what you could see from the very first day in training yesterday is that he's present. He's physically present. He's mentally present. What I saw in training yesterday was very promising for the future. And I'm very much looking forward to having him available in 2 weeks' time after the international break. And I think he will be a serious candidate for the first 11. He won't be a serious candidate, Ralf. He is a first-team player. Don't you get it wrong. Paul Pogba is a first-team player. He is way better. Arguably, some would say, Ronaldo is probably the best player in United. So don't give me that, Ralf. Say whatever you want about Paul Pogba. He's one of the serial winners, So you said it yourself, Ralf. The mentality is there. Obviously, he's won almost everything in football. So he's one of the very few in this team. So I expect Paul Pogba, when he's ready, to be playing games. And with regards to Pogba's contract situation, personally, I'd give him whatever he wants. Don't really care. It's not my money. Any money going out of the Glazers' pockets is a bonus for me. So I'd keep Paul Pogba at all costs. But let me know what you thought of that press conference. Smash a like, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.